4-1 in the division. 2-0, 2 burgers, 2 40 burgers to you and the Giants. I don't even care about the Eagles right now. Okay, the Eagles won.
Don't care. Don't care. We had one of the vengeance.
My eyes are
Finally.
purely on fucking Joe Judge and the scumbag Giants. They are nothing but scumbags. I felt bad for them this much in the beginning when they lost Saquon Barkley because I like Saquon Barkley and because he's on one of my fantasy teams.
Me too.
And I don't want to see anything bad happen to their players. And then I felt even a little bit more bad when Daniel Jones went down. And then maybe even a little bit more when Golladay went down, and they already didn't have 7 other players playing, okay? But then Will Hernandez punching Keanu Neal in the face. Toney, who's having a career game, and he's only a rookie, punches Kazee in the face. Scumbag. Scumbag.
Deserved
That's all
it.
they are.
He started the fight. Kazee started the fight, and then he got punched in the face. 2 classless organizations.
Please.
I don't even know why we're showing them the time of day after a comeback like that. Valiant effort by the Philadelphia Eagles. Oh, yeah. One of the craziest comebacks of all time.
Lifeless. That offense is ugly.
It doesn't matter. We won.
It does.
I finally have vengeance for that 17-0 collapse against the Panthers. Oh, my God. Like, if I could vindicate two losses in my entire life, I don't even think it would be the Saints game where Alshon Jeffrey dropped that pass. I genuinely think it'd be 1, that Panthers game, which we vindicated it today, and 2, that 4th and 15 game against the Titans. I have vindication today. It is fantastic. I'm glad we're both in a good mood. The Giants are losers. They've always been losers. I know they have injuries. I love Saquon to death. I can verify off the field he is actually a good person. He is not like a douchebag celebrity. He's a great person. I like him a lot.
Free Saquon. Trade him. Please trade him.
I was just about to say that. He needs to go somewhere else. He cannot be on this Giants team with these losers.
Where could he go that I wouldn't? Like the Dolphins, if they were a better team, I would like to see him there.
I know.
Bills.
The Bills, yes. Patriots, I would hate it, but they genuinely probably need a guy like that. He's got to get out of there. He cannot sign an extension. Under any circumstances can he sign up for 4 more years with that pathetic franchise.
Put him on the Cardinals.
Losers. Oh, well, Chase is my guy from my hometown, so I gotta ride with him.
True.
This is good though. Like I feel like there's a lot of places that would take him.
Denver wouldn't need him. Seattle.
Kind of the Broncos might though.
But then I guess maybe Melvin Gordon's towards the end of his. Maybe the Titans. They don't really have much of a running back.
Not that I can think of off the top of my head.
they can use them.
Absolutely.
But the Giants are dead. Physically,
they're
emotionally,
dead.
mentally, they're dead.
They're exhausted. They're terrible. Honestly, they should fire the coach yesterday. I don't even know why he was given a second year. You knew. I always bring this up, but you knew he was a loser by the way they reacted to that Washington football team game in Week 17 last year. We knew they were losers, so I can't even spend my time on them. We will because you guys won. We also won. Who wants to go first?
You want me to go first since it's literally seconds from what and I'm like seething. I'm not even going to be long. I just have Kadarious Toney is everything we thought he was going to be, though, coming out of Florida. And they used him exactly he's a freak and he's going to be good if he's used the right way.
Could you and I be a GM of a football team?
Yes.
I always like, everyone thinks they can be a GM of a football team.
No.
But they can't because most of us are idiots.
Yep.
And we do idiotic stuff.
Yep.
I would need help with the finances.
Yep.
Like the nitty-gritty details of finances. But if it were like left up to drafting, who were the guys that we liked this year? Think about it.
Micah Parsons.
Micah, Jamar Chase. Wow, my pinky is. Oh wait,
I was gonna say it. I saw it.
I have it never healed. I have a bad pinky for everyone watching on YouTube.
So
Jamar Chase,
Micah, Jamar Chase, Kyle Pitts, who went off today.
Pitts. Yep.
Rashawn Slater.
Rashawn Slater. We like Jock Jeremiah Wusu-Koroma. I think I said his name right this time.
Devontae Smith.
Devontae Smith. That's 6. And who were we just talking about? Kadarious Toney. We were like, Toney. that's probably a good pickup. He'd be better off not being on the Giants.
And who did we not like? Zach Wilson.
Yep. Bust.
I'd have to see the first round, but yeah. No, I mean everybody we liked has been hitting so far.
If your team just takes best player available, like you and I would do, you'd be fine. Like the Browns took Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah at 50th because he's the best player left on the board, and it worked. Fucking shocking that strategy works.
Sort of like last year when the Cowboys, everyone's like, yeah, they don't need a wide receiver, and CeeDee Lamb was just sitting there, and they're like, nope, best player available.
Who cares? Yeah, best player available. He was the most talented one there. Now you have a generational talent at wide receiver. So
speaking of CeeDee, everybody this season's like, where is CeeDee Lamb? When's he gonna get hot? Where is he gonna bang? That touchdown, I thought it was thrown 2 miles over his head. And the way he came under that ball and just in stride, that's CeeDee Lamb right there. What did he have today? 4 for 84, not huge, but a 49-yard touchdown. That's a game changer right there. And the way this offense is, he doesn't need more than 4 catches. Schultz had 6, Cooper had 3, Noah Brown had 3, Cedric Wilson had 1 huge 35-yard catch towards the end on the sideline, which was unbelievable.
Like 30-yard pass, which
was
wow.
But he had Amari Cooper. He had CeeDee Lamb wide. All he had to do was look a little bit to his right. CeeDee was like this, wide open, touchdown.
Oh, I didn't even see it. What's crazy is the guy he threw to was also Noah Brown was also open and just like fell, but because the ball was underthrown. But yeah, he had both guys.
But the formula again is working. Zeke, 21 carries for 110, averaging 5.2 and a touchdown. Pollard, 14 carries for 75 yards, averaging 5.4. And then Dak only had to throw it 32 times, 22 of 32, 302 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception, which was on the first drive of the game or second drive of the game when he was lofting it up to Zeke. And then they did have the phone. This offense scored 44 points, right? And they left so many plays out on the field. I think Troy Aikman said it. He was crushing it. He, by the way, I love Troy, but this was not his best game today. He was anybody like Amari Cooper showed one little limp. He's like, well, don't think we're going to see him again today. He was out and he came right back in. I was like, what are we talking about? Well, he's like, Daniel Jones got hit. He goes, well, he is dead. We might as well just put him in the ground.
He actually was, though.
And you know who that was, right?
It wasn't Micah. I thought it was Keanu Neal.
Who hit him?
Yeah.
It was not.
I missed it then. I definitely missed it.
Cox.
Oh, yeah, it was. Yeah, you texted us.
Jabril Cox, baby. They kept saying helmet to helmet hit. I didn't think it was dirty. It was helmet to helmet, but I think they just collided.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's one of those tough ones where, is it a flag? Yes, but it's one of those ones where it's like, all right, what else did you want me to do? Because Daniel Jones also lowered his head.
Yes.
It's like you're going in with the impression you're going to hit this guy in his chest or in his thighs, and then he lowers his head too. So that's one of those ones where you usually see the flag get thrown, and you ask yourself, well, what do you want the defender to do differently? Because he's not expecting the offensive player to also lower his head directly into you.
Yep. So, offense was humming, but left plays out on the field, which is unbelievable that they score 44 in a divisional game and left plays out there, left points out there. And then the defense. Trayvon Diggs, another 6 interceptions through 5 games. Yeah,
he's like the second best corner in the division behind Darius Slay.
Yeah, second.
It's crazy, man.
Can you imagine Darius Slay has 2 now? That's cute.
3.
All right, 3. That's cute.
2 today.
That's cute. 3 through 5 games. That's cute.
The problem is he's so good that no one throws his way.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Don't ask certain WIP personalities about it though. All time like backfire, freezing cold takes.
Oh, of course.
I'll save my shtick about the Eagles. We'll continue with you, but
I'm almost done here. So Trayvon Diggs, unbelievable. Micah played great again. That goal line stand, he literally just, I don't know if you saw it, but I think it was 3rd and goal from the 2. He just literally at the goal line was just like, nope.
Yep, on Devontae Booker. Just with inches to spare.
Yeah, he's like, you stop here now.
Y'all shall not pass.
And then I have never said a bad word about this human in my life, ever. And I never will. I don't know how people could ever say something bad about Anthony Brown. Pick 6 at the end of the game. Unbelievable.
Oh my God.
He had a great play in the corner of the end zone that on Kadarious Toney on 4th and goal. Absolutely not pass interference. Kadarious Toney's ankle just gave out. Anthony Brown's playing out of his mind. Second, probably the third best corner in the league behind Diggs, Slay, and then Anthony Brown. It's just unbelievable. I can't believe how good he is. And imagine having such a good corner on the opposite side of Trayvon Diggs. And we still have Boss Man Fat coming. Hasn't even played.
Oh, my God. Yeah, definitely a banana peel there on 4th and goal that made him slip and not getting shoved in the fucking back.
Not at all. Not at all.
Cox.
I just tweeted this out. Of course, I put two tweets out as soon as the game, and they're both like hitting virally. Of course, I put one out that said 40 burger.
Big Twitter guy now.
Oh yeah, 40 burger, and I spelled burger wrong. Of course, I spelled it BURER. I was just so fast. I'm like all the 1053 guy. Yeah, it's got 21 retweets and 94 likes in like 15 minutes, and I spelled burger wrong. But my second one, I said 4-1, first place in the division, 2-0 in the division, 240 burgers served up in the division, offensive scoring, defensive scoring, play calling is new age. The team is having fun. This is 2021 Cowboys Nation. All you got to do is run, hit, and talk shit. All about it. And last thing from me before I let you go. So Cowboys finished up this 3-game home stand, 3-0, which was huge. They needed to do that. So now they're 4-1. And their next games, listen to this right here. At the Patriots, who are struggling right now.
Probably
at the Vikings.
I mean, they're not good, but you guys always struggle with them for some reason.
Home against the Broncos, who are home against the Falcons. And then they have the Chiefs and the Raiders. Then it gets a little tougher, and the Saints. So
it's none of us like the NFC East. Like we do not have a hard schedule. Like people were making, oh my God, the Eagles schedule. Yeah. Oh, like it's like, yeah, you play the Panthers, the Raiders, and the Broncos. And anyone with 2 eyeballs who should be GMs like you and I would tell you those are 3 fucking frauds. Yes, we play the Bucs this Thursday, which Godspeed.
I will say the Giants. So how about the Giants?
Have you seen their schedule for October?
Yes.
Do you know what goes next? Yep.
Panthers at home.
Gets worse.
At the Chiefs.
Yep. I was going to say it gets worse.
Home against the Raiders. At the Bucs. Home against the Eagles. And then they have the Dolphins, but then they get the Chargers and the Cowboys again and the Eagles.
Oh, man.
Good night.
Oh, man. Well, let's see if St. Joe's Prep has any coach openings.
They may win 1 game this season.
Oh, what a shame. We should put at least Joe Judge can put on his resume. Tried really hard, went 6-10, and almost made the playoffs. When he wants to be assistant defensive coordinator and special teams coach at St. Joe's Prep.
Maybe if the Eagles would have played hard in the last game, I would have made the playoff. Or that's what he's going to put. Should have made the playoffs.
At the bottom. Yeah.
Ask Eagles why. That's who's going to have his resume. Fucking tool bag. All right, I am done. It's your turn. Obviously, if this is your first time watching or listening to us, welcome. This is Birds vs. Boys, by the way. This is our reaction show. Our middle of the week shows are much more organized. We have interviews and we do things, but we do a live reaction show very quick right after the games end on Sunday. So go.
It's the purpose is lack of organization.
Yes.
Now this show was going to take a very bleak turn. If we would not,
I was waiting for you to
miraculous comeback. I have notes. Actually, I think this is how I'm going to do it. I'm going to tell you what the podcast was going to be and what I had written down if we lost that game. I was out on Nick Sirianni. I wanted him fired after a year. I don't give a damn what shirt he's wearing in his press conference because the offense looked awful. We keep running pick plays, and he's a wide receivers coach, and they can't figure out how to run routes at the goal line when that is literally the coaching tree that you came from. I was out on Jalen
offensive PI in the end zone.
We have 5 wide receiver offensive pass interferences this year, and our coach was a wide receiver coach. I'm out on Jalen Reagor. He is a moron with an IQ of 2.
He might as well be Julio Reagor because Julio can't even get on the field. So
Julio can't. Yeah, he's washed. He's honestly probably washed at this point.
Yep.
Jalen Reagor, please return the ball to the 18 one more time, you moron. You have the most basic job in the entire world. If you're watching on YouTube, this is what he has to do. Balls in the air on the kickoff. Arms out. That's all.
Let it go like this.
It has to just go over your head, arms out, done. And instead, he can't do that. But good thing he doesn't have the lowest IQ on the team. His IQ is 2. Miles Sanders' IQ is 1. He went out of bounds twice at the end of that game. But the second time, it was such a stupid play call that you were running the option to the sideline. Oh, my God.
When you're trying to run the clock.
I was out on Sirianni. I was out on Reagor. I was out on Jeffrey Lurie because he had the most freezing cold takes moment where we beat Atlanta. And he's like, this was great. This was so much fun, guys. We're going to have a lot more of these talking about wins. I'm like, we're about to be 1-4 because he had to come down and pretend he's Jerry Jones and Arthur Blank and say something in the locker room. And now we're 1-4. But we're not. But we are not. That is the most Jalen Hurts. That was how the podcast was going to go. I was out on everyone, including the owner. I wanted the people who took the tickets and parked the cars. I wanted them fired too. I want everyone fired, but not. We saved the day. That's probably how Panthers fans felt in 2019 when we were up 17-0 in the fourth quarter and somehow blew that game. Vindication feels so phenomenal.
I just wish it wasn't against our guy, Matt Rule.
I've won, but at what cost? Because Temple South. Temple South was balling out today. Hassan Reddick had 2 sacks.
Yeah.
And I was
in a row.
Yes, in a row.
Consecutive plays.
He was just blowing by Jordan Mailata, which I was infuriated.
He's not a right tackle, is he?
If only that guy was available in free agency for a cheap cost that you could have picked him up and it wouldn't have counted that much against your salary cap, but it counts against your salary cap because you're spending $34 million on a quarterback who doesn't play for you because he doesn't want to play for you because you couldn't draft a single fucking wide receiver that actually worked and then you drafted his backup.
But you got a washed, what's his name, from Washington instead.
Yes, yeah. So now we have a backup tackle.
Ryan Kerrigan.
Oh, yeah, he sucks too. Yeah, he's awful. But the defensive line today, we'll wrap up how it was going to go and get into how it went. I wanted Howie Roseman publicly hung. I didn't want him fired. I wanted him publicly hung from the William Penn statue on top of City Hall in the first half.
This is not Afghanistan, Aidan.
It could be. We can. It doesn't. We can
make
our own
if you
rules.
lose that game, it could be.
Listen, Justin Jefferson had over 100 yards in the first half today. DK Metcalf had 2 touchdowns on Thursday night. If I want it to be Afghanistan and I can hang this guy from City Hall, I'm gonna do it. I wasn't out on him as the GM. I wanted him strung up for war crimes.
You were out on him in life.
Mm-hmm. In life, exactly. But we won. Defensive line was fantastic. Fletcher Cox, Mr. Washed Up Fletcher Cox. Oh, what do you know? Not washed up. Javon Hargrave is having just a stat-stuffing season. He's already got over 6 sacks. Josh Sweat was good again today. Derek Barnett is good when he's not committing 15-yard penalties on a clip that just surpasses anyone in the history of defensive ends. So that was fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Defensive line was awesome. The WIP personality who thought Darius Slay was the Byron Maxwell of Nnamdi Asamoah. Darius Slay, first cornerback on the Eagles to have 2 interceptions since 2012. Huh? What do you know?
Are we in on his wife tweeting so much during games like Slay is the man? Can't you just be like, my husband's awesome? Like, why do we have to put his name, type his name in the tweet?
They tweet a lot as a couple. A lot. But listen, he had a kid, had 2 interceptions. I think his son's name is like Demetrius Slay, so he can be DS2 and Darius Slay's number is 2, which is a very cool nickname. Dirty Sprite 2. That Future mixtape was unbelievable. DS2, fantastic, worked. 2 interceptions today. Stevie Nelson with an interception. That's the problem. Been the problem. We haven't been able to get turnovers. We had 3 today. We had 4 sacks. It was fantastic. They did a phenomenal job keeping this team afloat until the offense got their shit together. Special teams with a huge play.
You can only hide your true Jets blood for a little bit. It's starting to come out in Sam Darnold.
Yep. Yeah.
Came out last week and now.
Yeah, and it's like I love Matt Rule, but I didn't really believe in the Panthers. And even in that first half, you're like, they're doing nothing to pull away. They
game
just
was
like
so
don't
ugly in the first half.
They just didn't have the firepower. And that's the other thing when I was going to be out. I was like, I'm out on like watching these games because that was just dreadful.
When they were like, the Eagles can't move the ball. Jalen Hurts is doing nothing. And I looked at the stat line. He had like 82 yards passing. And then I looked at Sam Darnold at 84. I was like, what is this game?
Yeah, and two of the scores. So the Eagles scored because they got an interception and returned it to the 10. And I think the Panthers had a similar situation where they scored just because they were given the ball in scoring range. Where was I going from here? Oh, Jalen Hurts and not being good in the first half. I have once again incorrectly played the wrong player in fantasy. I sat Justin Herbert because everyone told me that the Browns defense was amazing. Started Jalen Hurts. That was a disaster for a while. It ended up being okay because he had 2 rushing touchdowns, but Justin Herbert put on like a performance of the year. So I still fucked it up.
I haven't even looked. Well, we're playing each other apparently in the branded league, I think.
Oh, I have Herbert in that league. So yeah, blessings to you. And I have Austin Eckler. So yeah, have fun today.
Oh yeah.
I don't think
that's 139 to 92. You're up. And I have Zach Moss left.
Good luck.
And you still have Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
I was going to say, I'm pretty sure I have Clyde in that league. So Godspeed, brother. I'm pretty confident I won.
So I'm going to be 0-5 in that league.
Oof.
And I lost Russell Wilson now in that league as well. Let's see my other league. Hold on.
How about this? I gave up a draft pick and to move up. I did a pick swap and a draft pick in my league to get Justin Herbert and gave up Russell Wilson to do it. And I'm like, it finally worked, but also didn't work because I didn't even start Justin Herbert when he throws 5 touchdowns and has 400 yards. Jalen Hurts had like 74 yards passing in the third quarter. It was like a disaster for a while.
So I'm up 168 to 68 in my other league. I got a goose egg from Saquon Barkley. He has Cole Beasley, Mark Andrews, Zach Pascal, and Harrison Butker left to get 100 points. I don't know.
Yeah, I doubt it.
I think I should be okay.
I don't know. Colts tomorrow. I can't wait. Or today when you hear this.
Yes, depending on when Vince gets this out for us.
If the Colts beat the Rams or the Ravens, we're going to have a conversation about a certain someone. And I just want to put it out there that we're going to have that conversation very soon. But back to the quarterback of the present for the Eagles. I thought that was the full Jalen Hurts experience today where the offense looked awful. And I don't even think it's his fault. I just think it's like a not very talented offense with a coach that doesn't like call plays well. So that was bad. And there were passes where you're like, you're in the NFL. Like that's inexcusable when you were at Alabama to miss that throw. There's a 4th down in the 4th quarter where he missed Ertz. And it's like, you're in the NFL. It's 4th and 4. He ran a 5-yard route. He was there. He was open and you just missed it there. And then he took some deep shots. So there was an offsides. So he's a very smart guy. Heads up, he sent everybody deep. You could see him pointing. It was like, just go, because we have a free play. And he launches it deep, but he throws it out of bounds. It's like, you got to keep it in bounds. Who cares if it gets intercepted? It's a free play. So, like, that's the full Jalen Hurts experience. And then here is the true Jalen Hurts experience where first half, inaccurate, not good. Offense was bad, hard to judge, missed some throws. Never, ever once doubted his composure. He looks calm, cool, collected the entire time. Leads them down the field, gets the score. He starts keeping it, using his legs effectively to score on that second touchdown. He was keeping it on read options a few times on those final 2 drives before we had the Stevie Nelson interception. He was great. He only had 30 yards rushing, but it really all came in the 4th quarter. And I think that's the full Jalen Hurts experience where things could look like the scene in SpongeBob where all he knows is fine dining is breathing. And they ask him his name, and all the little SpongeBobs are running around and they're giant fires and it's chaos. And then there's Jalen Hurts who's like, all right, calm, cool, composed. All right, we'll just get this done. There's times where he's going to miss throws that no quarterback in the NFL should miss, but he's also not going to make like that Derek Carr, Andy Dalton, play where you're like, who did you see? Or like Sam Darnold on the other side who threw 3 interceptions. Like, what did you see on that final route that led you to suggest Robbie Anderson was open? And I think that's like the Jalen Hurts experience where, yeah, he'll miss throws, but he's going to be composed. He's not going to screw things up for you. He's not going to lose you games. Sometimes we might not win you games, but he's going to keep you in it. He's going to stay composed. The guy's clearly like rally around him. He is a very solid leader. So is he the quarterback for the future for 10 years? I don't know. I really don't know. Hard to judge when you are throwing to guys like Jalen Reagor, but that was like the full experience. And that's why people like Jalen Hurts is like, you could be down and it could look dreadful for 3 quarters, but he will not give up when everyone else has and pull you back in.
And congratulations. Now you have a short week against Tampa Bay.
Let me tell you about my cousin named Mo. Momentum. That's what we have, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, we're coming
Enjoy
back
it right
home.
now. Enjoy it for now.
I've beaten Tom Brady before. It's happened.
Mm-hmm.
They looked great. I knew that was a blowout.
Yeah.
The Dolphins are awful.
Dolphins are so bad.
Look, we might have a top 5 pick.
Yeah. You may have 3 in the top 10.
I know I joke about the Carson Wentz thing, but I'm really worried that they're going to end up all right. Like, I'm really worried that they, like, that division, like, they have to be the best out of the Titans who have struggled, lost to the Jets.
I either want them to be very good or just stop winning and bench Carson Wentz the rest of the season right now.
I really think, like, that division is just so bad.
Yeah,
like, they
so
have to
bad.
do the bare minimum work.
Houston looked good today.
But they lost to a bad Patriots team.
Yeah.
Like, that's the worst division in football.
The Cowboys better fucking go to New England and finally bury a Patriots team in Foxborough. Dallas has never lost to Tom Brady or never beaten Tom Brady. They've never beaten Tom Brady. I was going to
say, yeah.
Never beaten Tom Brady. So
remember last time they were there? I guess we could do this on the preview show this week, but it was like a monsoon.
Yes.
Yeah, that was just dread. I think the game was like 17-9 or something insane. Yeah,
and Stephon Gilmore had a pick right in the end zone. Yeah, it was
bad. It was pretty bad. But hey, you can vindicate. It's all of the word of the day is vindication. You get to vindicate all of your pain and all of your sorrow and these losses where you're driving on a highway and you think to yourself, 2 years later, 18 months later, how the hell did we lose this game? This game still haunts me. And you can vindicate it. You vindicated it. Just like we vindicated it today. That was an all-time collapse by the Panthers. We blocked a punt. We blocked a punt in the fourth quarter. You can do it next week. We had a pick 6 again. You can vindicate yourself. Next week, you can do it. You can go to Foxborough, and that loss will be forgiven.
Look at you talking up the Cowboys.
I'm all for just the vindication of these losses. Like, people ask you, why are you so messed up mentally? Because I watched this team have a 17-0 lead against the Panthers and blow it and turn around and watch the Sixers lose in double overtime to the Pistons when Blake Griffin scores 50 on the Pistons. Yeah. It's past his prime. That was a week for me. That's just a week in the life. So days like today, I don't care how ugly it was in the first half. We survived. Also, Devontae Smith is good. Forgot to mention that.
Yeah, he's pretty. He knows. And Fletcher showed up today a little bit.
He did. Listen, the defensive line, when Derek Barnett is not committing stupid penalties, they're still very good. They really suck in the run game without Brandon Graham, but it's a really good defensive line. I would still draft Aidan Hutchinson out of Michigan. I would still do it and add to that line and not re-sign Derek Barnett. But for now, like that was as average. Like that, I know it was ugly in terms of like the offense, but that defensive performance was like kind of what you signed up for.
Yep.
Like getting a ton of pressure on the quarterback, forcing bad throws, Darius Slay locking his man up. You finally have guys on the other side, like Stevie Nelson, interception at the end. He had another pass breakup in a key situation. Avonte Maddox in the slot, sticking with his guy.
Anthony Brown, pick 6.
Anthony Brown, pick 6. Who would ever complain about that guy? Who would have ever dated that Jamar Chase is good?
How? Not us. Could never be us.
Jamar Chase is so freaking good. Like he's already, is he already a top 10? Should we go front or back? Front or back on the hats? Is Jamar Chase already a top 10 receiver in the league?
Yes.
Is it too early to have that conversation?
Thank God I had him in my fantasy lineup today and benched AJ Brown for him.
AJ Brown sucks.
That's the point
I
where
can't
we're at.
stand it. I want him out. I want him out more than I want Ben Simmons out of Philadelphia.
So this will be a clip from for Vince.
Front or back? Front is
back.
like this is how I felt in the first half.
Are you Andy Pettit? You look like Andy Pettit.
Andy Pettit. Oh yeah. Look, my hat's real down low. This is how I felt in the first half of the Eagles game.
Yep.
Backwards hat. How I felt the second half.
That's kind of me too. Cowboys were they were okay in the first, and then explosion. Just
turned it on. Oh yeah.
How about I don't know if you saw the fake to Zeke, and then the fake pitch, the fake end around just to throw it to Zeke, and then he high stepped for what felt like 47 minutes, and I thought he was going to get caught at the goal line.
If that's me, well, first of all, great play design. Can't wait to see what Kellen Moore cooks up for the Jacksonville Jaguars next year or the Chicago Bears. He'll be great as a head coach. If that were me as the defender and he high stepped that long, by the time I got there, I don't care if he already scored. I'm clocking him. I would absolutely just fucking clock that guy. If anyone ever high stepped for that long in front of me, I don't care if he scored. The ref put up his hands and then he went over the bench and got a Gatorade. By the time I got there, I'm taking him out and trying to put him in a coma for doing that.
So that's a Joe Judge scumbag Will Hernandez move.
I hate that team. I'm not even going to commit 10 more seconds to them. I think their season's over.
Who I've kind of forgotten about is Washington. They lost to the Saints, right?
Yes, they did.
Yeah, they're
not good.
They're irrelevant.
They're 1-4 as well.
The Cowboys being 4-1, 2-0 in the division, they need to just run away and hide. If they don't, there's a problem.
But you can't. You can't because we're in the rearview mirror. We're here. Just when you thought we were out, they were coming back in.
Is that like the
back in?
Are the Eagles in the rearview mirror that says objects in this mirror may be closer than they appear?
Yes. Oh yeah. We're getting our stuff together, baby. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Listen, that was a very good Panthers defense. There was no reason to look as ill prepared as we did. More penalties, stupid plays. This is the dumbest football team that I have ever watched in my entire life, but they do some good things. And these are like games like, I don't know, that if you would have told me we won 21-18, I would have said, yeah, that makes sense. I wouldn't have expected it to come this way, but I think we're going to be in a lot of games because there is talent at the front. I just don't think we're one of those teams that's going to die. I do think Washington and New York, I'm being serious, but I do think both of them are going to die. I think the Cowboys have the potential to run away and hide because their offense is so high powered.
And their defense has been showing up.
The defense has been good too, but I just think and no one can really go score for them in the league aside from, well, the Chargers, who they already beat, the Chiefs, Bucks, teams like that, and Packers too. How about that game? But I think the Eagles will at least stick around because they just have too much talent not to. They shoot themselves in the foot a lot. They have a lot of dumb, low IQ football players, but they're also like they just have a dumb,
low IQ coach.
I was going to say they have a dumb, low IQ coach. They have a dumb, low IQ wide receiver. They have a dumb, low IQ running back. That to me today was like the end of like the Miles Sanders project. Like now I get like. People are complaining about Nick Sirianni and he just like refuses to run the ball. I get why. Like he doesn't trust this guy.
Yeah.
Which I don't blame him.
Yeah, which I don't know. It's weird. You see both Penn State running backs have a bad day for two different reasons.
Also, they would have won yesterday if it weren't for like they win that game by double digits if Sean Clifford doesn't get hurt. I was storming the field.
Yeah, that's
after that. That's just you can't do that. Also, this is real quick, and then we can get back to the Eagles. Notre Dame, huge win because that was like very close to.
They were dead.
Like Notre Dame and the Eagles had the same weekend. It was like you're teetering on your season being over. In October, and then you win. And you're like, all right, we're very much alive. Like that is exactly how they were the Undertaker meme. That was exactly how our weekends went. Like that was borderline disaster.
Oh God,
like season ending.
Yep.
I'm trying to think what else with the Eagles. I think I'm good though. Like the defensive line as advertised, Darius Slay as advertised. Secondary played better. The Devontae Smith looked good. Jalen Hurts stayed composed. Like Jordan Mailata struggled a little bit, but like he's playing on the opposite side. If they get Lane back, I still crazy in this day and age. We still don't know what's going on. We don't it's been 2 weeks. When's the last time like a story didn't leak like this about what's going on?
Yeah, I don't even want to speculate.
I don't want to speculate. I'm amazed that no details have leaked out about that. They're fine.
Cowboys insider Matt Yost, who is always a pessimistic Cowboys reporter, just texted me. I'll say it. Dallas is the best team in the NFC. And that's where we are.
Didn't you lose to the Buccaneers, who won the Super Bowl last year?
Won by like 3 points. Dak's first game. This is we play the Bucs today. It's a different game.
Yeah. The Bucs have really looking like they've fallen off recently.
Who'd they lose to?
Who did they lose to? The Rams. They lost to the Rams, who are also 4-1.
Mm-hmm.
Are you better than the Rams?
I think they go toe-to-toe with the Rams.
I would like that matchup.
I think they could go toe-to-toe with the Rams.
Are we better than the Rams?
No.
You can't. No, I don't know. It's not proven yet. Listen, this Eagles schedule, we play the Bucs at home, and that's going to suck. But I said this last week. We're going to be 1-3. We're going to be 2-4. Who cares? Because the rest of the schedule, you should be competitive nonstop in all these games. Who would have thought, oh, no, the Raiders aren't good? Who could have foreseen that coming except for anyone with 2 eyeballs that function and have a higher IQ than Miles Sanders and Jalen Reagor? No shit, we're better than them.
Do the Chiefs always have this drum thing that the celebrity bangs before the game, like in Seattle, where they do? I've missed. All right,
maybe they did it recently since the Mahomes era, but I'm pretty sure they always had it.
All right, I got to watch this game. I got to eat. And apparently my car just happened to just die, and my check engine light came on and was like, there's lots of things wrong electronically with your engine. So I got to go drop that off at the dealership if it'll even get there.
Yikes. All right. We'll end it on a good note. You won. I won. Vindicated from the 17-0 Panthers collapse from a few years ago.
What'd you do in your picks? I outscried.
I had the Bucs minus 9.5, 10.5, and they won 45-17. And then I had 49ers plus 5.5, so I don't think I covered on that one. You went 1-1 too?
No, I went 1-1. I had Packers by 3.
Oh.
Is that a win or that's a push, right?
I think it might be a push.
I think it's a push. So, and then I had under 46.5 in the Jets Falcons, and it was 47.
You deserve that. You honestly deserve that.
I was sweating out a London Jets Falcons game this morning, having breakfast at my brother's house with my family. I
tried to warn you, just stay away from it. It's like a wildfire. You don't drive towards it, you drive away from it.
My mother, we're having breakfast, and I'm like, no! And she's like, what? She goes, is this a London game? I'm like, yeah. She's like, oh, I thought, why is it on so early? And I'm like sweating. She's like, what kind of degenerate are you? I'm like,
yes,
thanks,
dude.
Mom.
You had to stay away from that one.
I didn't. All right, so 4-1, first place. Cowboys win. Eagles, I guess, win.
Vindicated. The streaker on the field. Thank you. Here's my thank you list in order. Thank you. Streaker on the field. We outscored them 18-3 after he streaked. The couple who got caught having sex in the bathroom. Sometimes, you catch the mood, and you guys were inspiration as well. We got it done because you got it done in that bathroom stall. Jalen Hurts, number 3. Thank you for keeping your composure. Thank you for keeping your legs moving and keeping this team moving forward. Thank you to Devontae Smith for finally being a draft pick that actually worked out. And thank you to all the everyone on the defensive line for just harassing Sam Darnold all day. Those are my thank yous. And thank you to DS2 Darius Slay. Those are my top 5 thank yous for the day. Signing off till next week, Thursday night. We beat Tom Brady once. Let's do it again.
The Giants are nothing but scumbags. Catch us on Thursday. We will have a actual day of game show like we did earlier in the season for the Cowboys. Now we have one for the Eagles. So we will be back Thursday. We'll be back with everything. TikToks, picks, maybe a guest. Oh, yes, a guest.
We have a big guest.
Yes.
Big guest.
So, if this is your first time again watching the reaction show, thank you. Make sure you go check one of our actual real shows. This is a fun show. They're not always fun. Depends on how the games go. But today, Vindication.
Vindication.
Well, for you.
Word
Just
of
a
the
win
day.
for me. Best team.